Okay, so for this question now, each of the integers from 1 to 9 is to be placed in one of the 9 boxes in the picture, so that any 3 numbers in consecutive boxes add to a multiple of 3. The numbers 7 and 9 have already been placed. In how many different ways can the remaining boxes be filled? So essentially यहाँ पे जो ये बात कर रहे हैं ये कर रहे हैं कि हमारे पास इस तरीके से हमने इसको फिल आउट करना है कि 3 numbers in the consecutive boxes when added together they become a multiple of 3. Okay, so for example हम लोग इधर ही देख लेते हैं 3 क्वेश्चंस को 3 नंबर्स को. इधर कौन से हमारे पास नंबर्स आ सकते हैं? सो 7 है हमारे पास, then there must be a number here, and then 9. Now 9 7, what is remaining here is so the answer 9 plus 7 gives us is 16. Okay, so this gives us 16. For this to become a multiple of 3 I must add 2 here. इसका मतलब यहाँ पे 2 आ सकता है, लेकिन क्या यहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ 2 आ सकता है? लेट्स सी. 2 आ सकता है हमारे पास, और रिमेनिंग हमारे पास नंबर्स कौन कौन से हैं? 1 हमारे पास बचा हुआ है, 3 है हमारे पास 4 है हमारे पास, 5 है हमारे पास, 6 है हमारे पास, 7 नहीं है हमारे पास, 8 है. ये नंबर्स बचे हैं. अच्छा, अब 16 के अंदर 2 ऐड करेंगे तो हमारे पास 18 आ जाता है. व्हाट इफ़ आई ऐड इन 16 5? व्हाट देन? 16 के अंदर 5 में ऐड करता हूँ तो मेरे पास 21 आ जाता है. 21 is again divisible by 3. Let's say that 5 भी मैं ऐड नहीं ऐड करता, मैं 8 ऐड कर देता हूँ. Okay, if I add 8 here, okay, 16 plus 8 gives me 24, which is again divisible by 3. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास एक कॉन्सेप्ट आता है रिमाइंडर का. ठीक है, अब वो रिमाइंडर का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है कि एवरी सिंगल नंबर फ्रॉम 1 to 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, they would either divide completely by 3 or leave some remainder. Okay, let's see. When 1 is divided by 3, a remainder of 1 is left. When 2 is divided by 3, the remainder is 2 itself. When 3 is divided by 3, there is no remainder. 4 divided by 3, so 4 divided by 3, 3 ones are 3, subtraction 1. 1 is the remainder here. Okay, so again 1. When 5 is divided by 3, 3 ones are 3, subtracted, 2 is the remainder now. 2 0 1 2 0. 7 divided by 3, 7 divided by 3 will give us 3 2s are 6 minus 1 is the remainder. Then again for 8, 2 will be the remainder. So what this gives us is a cycle, a kind of a cycle of remainders that we get. So that now let's link that cycle of remainders with what we want here. What we want here is 3 consecutive numbers such that when they add up they are divisible by 3. Let's say we have 2 numbers. One has a remainder of 2 and the other one has a remainder of 2. For example, let's take 2 and 5. If we add 2 and 5, we get 7, which again leaves a remainder of 1, right? So यहाँ से एक चीज़ हमें जो दिखती है वो ये दिखती है कि अगर हमारे पास remainder of 2 है, we need to add into this such a number such that हमारे पास remainder क्या आ रहा हो, 1 आ रहा हो उसका. Remainder of 1 plus remainder of 2 will leave a remainder of 3, and remainder of 3 cannot be left, it would be divided. Alright, so we need to make sure that 3 numbers when added together leave no remainder. That can only happen if one of them has a remainder of 1, the other one has a remainder of 1, and the third one also has a remainder of 1. Or the first one has a remainder of 2, the second one has a remainder of 2, the third one has a remainder of 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equals to 6, which is divisible by 3, or they have no remainder. In that case, there is no remainder left, right? So that is the one of some of the cases. The fourth case that we have is first one has a remainder of 1, the second one has a remainder of 2, and the third one has a remainder of 0. The fifth case would be 2, 1, and then 0. So these are the different cases that we can have. Now, since they have already provided 7 and 9 to us, and we know that 7 has a remainder of 1, 9 has a remainder of 0, that means the only number that we can put here is something that has a remainder of 2. Now, if a remainder of 2 is here, a remainder of 1 is here, the first one can only be a remainder of 0, because 3 consecutives should be divisible by 3. The next 3 divisible by 3. For the next 3 to be divisible by 3, the next one should have a remainder of 1. Then for the next 3 to be divisible by 3, the next one should be 2, 0, 1, and then 2. So we can see that there is a cycle repeating itself. Okay. Now, using this cycle and the remaining numbers, we need to put in there to find in how many different ways can the remaining boxes be filled. We need to find this number now. So let's find that number now. Since all the concepts are clear, I'm just removing this to create some space around the question. The remaining numbers that we have are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 8. So let's write down what the remainder with them is. 0, 0, 1, and let's color code all of this. Okay, this will make things easier. So 1, and then the next one would be 4, and the 7 is already written there, and then 2, 5, and then we have 8 here. That leaves a remainder of 2. And then those that remain leave a remainder of 0 are 3 and 6. Now, this way, looking at the questions, the numbers where we need to fill them out would become easier for us. So the yellow ones, let's also color code the boxes as well. Yellow ones can go here and here. Orange ones can go here, here, and here, while the purple ones can go here and here. Okay. So now let's start with the purple ones. Let's first start with 3 here. When we have 3 here, the next number of choices that we have for this orange right here is 1, 2, and 3. So 3 choices. Okay. So let's just see. So the number is 3 here, and now I'm just going to write down the number of choices that we have for every single box. So the number of choices that we have are 3 here. The number of choices for the yellow that we will have now is 2 choices. The number of orange choices that are left are 2. The number of purple choices that we have is going to be 1 now. And then the number of yellow choices that we have are 1. The number of orange choices are 1. Okay. So when we put our first number as 3, this is the number of choices that are given to us, or that are left with us. Meaning, let's write down a few choices so that you get a picture of it. 3, 7, then from the orange, let's write down 2. Okay, then we have 9. Then we have let's write down 1 from here. Let's write down with the color codes as well to make things easier. 3, 7 is 7 is 7. Then from the orange we have 2. Then we have 9, which is already given to us. Then we have from the yellow 1. Then we have from the orange, let's say 5. Then we have from the yellow 4. And then we have from the orange 8. So this is one of the numbers. Okay. Now, as I said, the first orange has 3 choices. I've fixed the first 3. The first orange has 3 choices. Then the first yellow has 2 choices. The second orange has 2 choices, while the remainders go here. What I'm trying to say here is, the first one can be 2, it can be 5, it can be 8. Depending on whichever we put here, the number of choices left for the next one would be reduced. So I cannot repeat. If I've written 2 here, I cannot repeat 2 here. So I can only put 5 here or 8 here. And if I've put 5 here, then I cannot put 5 here, so only 8 can be put here. So that means the number of choices for each subsequent box would reduce. Let's say instead of 2, I had written here 5. Let's say it was 5 here. So 5 is written here, so I cannot write down 5 here, I can only write down 2 here. So the number of choices are 2 now. When I choose 8 for this, the number of choices will again be the same. Okay. So what I can see here is, for the first purple, I have 3, then 2, and then 2. 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, 6, and then 2, 12. That is for one purple, 3. Then if I put the other purple, 6, the same pattern will repeat. 3 times 2 times 2, making it 12, making the total answer 12 plus 12 is 24. So the answer here will be E24. Now let's look at this question. What is the unit length? Sorry, I'm drinking some water here. What is the unit length? What is the units digit of the product? This. Now this looks like a little tricky question. Now how can I open up and multiply all of these? This would be a huge task. 5 to the power of 5, even though I can calculate it, but this would again take a lot of time, right? So what I can see here is, if it is a multiple of 5, I know this one thing. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125, and the reason for that is 25 times 5 times 5 is 25. So in every single case, when a 5 is being multiplied by a 5, we'll get a 5 at the end. So every single multiple of 5 would be, every single power of 5 last number, which is the units digit, will always be 5. Using this, I can see that once I expand this, I will have some 5s with different powers, and at the very end I will have 1. Okay, so let's expand this and see what would be the case for the unit digit. So for the, let's expand the first two brackets. 5 to the power of 5 times 5 to the power of 10 is 5 to the power of 15, plus 5 to the power of 5, then plus 1 times 5 to the power of 10 is 5 to the power of 10. 1 times 1 is 1. And now I need to multiply this by 5 to the power of 15 plus 1. Multiplying each of these, 5 to the power of 30 plus 5 to the power of 20 plus 5 to the power of 25 plus 5 to the power of 15. Okay, now I'm just adding the powers here. Okay, since the bases are the same, the powers will be added. and when 1 is multiplied we just get the other thing. In it, now we will have to put this 1 as well, right? So 1 times 5 to the power of 15 is 5 to the power of 15, okay, plus 5 to the power of 5 times 1 is 5 to the power of 5 plus 5 to the power of 10 plus 1. Okay, now let's put all the like terms together. 5 to the power of 30, there is no 30. 5 to the power of 25, there is only 125. Then 5 to the power of 20, there is no 20. Then 5 to the power of 15 plus 5 to the power of 15 plus 5 to the power of 10 plus 5 to the power of 5 plus 1. Let me just take a quick recap and see if I have done missed out on anything or not. 15, 5, 10, 10 and then 1. That's perfect. 30 and then 20, 25, 15, 15, 5, 10 and then 1. Okay, yeah. Now these two are the same. Let's simplify them. 5 to the power of 30 plus 5 to the power of 25 plus 5 to the power of 20 plus 2 times 5 to the power of 15 plus 5 to the power of 10 plus 5 to the power of 5 plus 1. From here, let's just write down the units. Unit here will be 5, unit will be 5, unit will be 5, unit for inside the bracket will be 5, unit will be 5, unit will be 5, while the unit here is 1. So if inside the bracket the unit is 5, when we multiply it by 2, it should become 10. So the unit will be 0 for when 2 multiplied by this, the unit becomes 0. Okay, because 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, so the unit is now 0. 5 plus 5, 10, so 0. 5 plus 5, 10, so again 0. This one is 0. 5 plus 1 is 6. So the answer is unit digit equals 6. So the answer here will be part E, 6. So let's continue in the last part now, or rather maybe there will be two more parts of this. So that is it for this part.